Okay, so you have been thinking of starting poultry farming, and then you just go to the agrovets or the place where you can buy your feed, and then you find out that the feed is extremely expensive. So the only thing that you can do is wonder how will you be able to start your poultry venture, because since the price of feeds have really gone up due to many reasons around the world, due to inflation and also due to the war that is going on between Russia and Ukraine, because some of those countries like Russia and Ukraine usually supply a lot of wheat and soybean that is used as an ingredient in the production of the feeds to our poultry birds. So that has caused most of these millers in various countries around the world that they have increased their prices of the feeds that they are selling to the farmers. So this has discouraged most of the farmers to stop doing poultry farming, and I have here some tactics on how you can try and cut down the cost of production on your poultry farm, since most of the farmers have quit this venture. Like for example, like here in Kenya, we have around 20% of the total poultry farmers have quit the venture, and they have started venturing into other types of farming, since the poultry sector has become so expensive and most of the farmers, they are really running away from it. And so today I have some tactics or some methods on which you as a farmer can use, so as you can try and cut down the cost of production on your farm, and of which you can try and use some tactics where you won't be able to buy that large amount of feed on your farm. So I have come up with three ways whereby you can try to cut down the cost of production on your farm. The first one that you'll try to use to cut down the cost of production is by free ranging your own birds. The second one is by mixing your own feed, and the third one is by using of hydroponic fodder. So I came up with these three methods whereby I found out that I'll try to explain them one by one, so that you can understand which method suits for you, and it also depends with where you are located, so that it can help you have a profitable poultry farming venture, so that you don't quit like the others. So okay, so I'll start away on how you can use these types of methods, so you can compare and you can choose your own. So I will start with the commercial feeds. When you buy a commercial feeds, this means every chicken will need to consume 140 grams. Those are for the laying hens. I've used just an example for the laying hens. Each chicken will need to consume 140 grams. That means that to produce one egg, a chicken will eat 9.8 Kenyan shillings or 0.098 USD. Okay, that is for the commercial feeds. Then we'll go to the second method, whereby you'll use the free range. Free range is whereby the chicken are left out, like how you can see in the video. They go outside, they eat the grass and the insects. And in this case, you'll be able to use a third of the total feed. That means it is a third of 140 grams of the feed. That means the chicken will consume 47 grams of the feed. You'll only feed 47 grams of the commercial feeds to the chicken. This amounts to 3.36 shillings to produce an egg, or 0.034 USD to produce one egg. That is in free range farming. Then we will go to the other one, which is mixing your own feeds. When you mix your own feeds, if a chicken consumes 140 grams, the cost of producing an egg will be 0.812 USD, or it will be 8 Kenyan shillings and 12 cents to produce one egg when you are mixing your own feed. So here is the catch. My method that I'm going to teach you is by the use of a hydroponic fodder. When you use hydroponic fodder, you'll be able to cut down the cost of production up to around 42%. Okay? So if you're using the hydroponic fodder method in feeding your chicken, you'll need to use 60% of the conventional feed, that is the commercial feeds, and you'll need to use 40% of the hydroponic fodder. Okay, so by using this method, the cost of producing one egg is 5 shillings and 60 cents. That is if you are in Kenya, and if it is worldwide, it will be 0.056 USD, the cost of producing one egg. This means you'll be able to have cut down the cost of production by 42%. So I will try and give you some tips on how you can produce your own fodder. The first thing on hydroponic fodder, these are the only types of seeds that you can use. We have the barley seed. These ones usually have the very high crude protein and the other nutritional values that are really essential for the chicken. So we have the barley, we have the wheat, we have the white sorghum, which is called gadam. Make sure you're using the white sorghum because we have the other red sorghum. The other red sorghum is usually known as Sudan grass. When it sprouts, it forms cyanide. So don't use the red sorghum to feed your chicken. If you use the sprouts of the red sorghum to feed your chicken, that will kill your chicken because it contains that cyanide. If you happen to have fed your chicken on that sorghum which has sprouted, you will have to buy a substance that has hydrocobalamine that can be able now to remove that toxins from the chicken's body. Okay, so here is the cost of producing an egg. First we have the commercial feeds. Using the commercial feeds, you use 0.098 USD to produce an egg of 9.8 shillings to produce one egg. The second one, by mixing your own feeds, you will need 0.0812 USD or 8 shillings and 12 cents to produce an egg by mixing your own feeds. The third one, when you use the hydroponic fodder to produce an egg, you will use 0.056 USD or 5 Kenyan shillings and 60 cents to produce one egg. And for the last one, it is by use of free range farming. When you use free range farming, the cost of producing an egg is 0.034 USD or 3 shillings and 4 cents. But the catch comes here in the free range farming. In free range farming, if you have 100 chicken, mature chicken, you need an area size of land of 1 acre so that it can be able to feed the 100 chickens sufficiently. So make sure you take that into consideration. The requirements for the growth of the hydroponic fodder: you require a house, which I'll try to show a photo, whereby in the construction of the house it needs proper aeration, and also it needs proper ventilation, and it needs to have the room temperature so that there cannot be a development of the molds in the house. And during the harvesting, the hydroponic fodder can only be harvested after 5 days if you are feeding it to the chicken. If it stays any longer than 5 days, the chicken will develop something known as the sour crop. That sour crop is whereby the feed has a high crude fiber content, and hence the fiber, when it comes to the crop of the chicken around the neck, the chicken won't be able to digest it, so it will have that sour crop and the food won't be able to be digested. So make sure you only harvest it at day 5 for the seeds that I've said. The seeds is the barley, the wheat, and the white sorghum. Those are the only seeds that I recommend because of their high nutritional value for the chicken. Okay, and for the mixing, you use 40% of the hydroponic fodder and 60% of the commercial feed. This will help you to cut down the cost of production tremendously. And the hydroponic fodder is only fed to the chicken that are above 2 months old. Don't feed to the chicken that are younger than 2 months old. This will kill your chicken. So make sure you're only feeding the chicken that are 2 months old and above. So guys, make sure to like, share and comment on my YouTube channel. Also, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this. I'll be posting a video once every week for those guys who want to know, have some tips on how you can be able to manage your poultry farm. Thank you guys for your time, and I'll see you